Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's been a good while. I think it's been a couple months. I apologize about that. I had personal stuff go on, so the channel kind of died. But we're back, and today we're taking a look at Legacy Armada Starscream. Very good figure. I can go more into detail on that. As you see here, we have him in front with the Armada Decepticons, so Megatron, Demolisher, and Cyclonus. I don't have Thrust. And I don't have the original Armada Starscream. I have Universe Ramjet, but he won't be in this review just because I don't bother getting him out of the shelf. But yeah, looking at them together, the team looks great. He can fit very well with your Armada Decepticons, especially since we don't have chug versions of everyone else. I do know there are listings and rumors and leaks that we're getting an Armada Megatron and then Armada Optimus, so just see how that goes. But right now he looks very good with the original figures, at least vehicle wise. Robot mode wise, not so much, but we get to that later. So yeah, let's take a closer look at Starscream. And here we have Starscream in vehicle mode. So quick little thing, as I was just filming this right now, the stand broke in him, so that's fun, and I can't get it out. It's right there, just broke as I was trying to put him on the flight stand, so that's fun. Nothing to do with the figure, just wanted to point that out. That sucks. What doesn't suck, however, is the figure's quality. The paint looks amazing on the figure, going for that more toon accurate Armada style, except unlike the TF30, which was more of the IDW. The cannons can flip out. They're a little small, but they do the job, and they're blast confect compatible. I just don't want to. I don't have them out right now, but you could put blast effects in them, and no springs either, so it's all nice and secure, all good. Come down to the other side, you can just see the nice gloss on the red and the black. Nice blue right here, the black, and the yellow. And he overall feels very good. The plastic quality on him is fantastic. But yeah, let's do some vehicle comparisons. Alright. And for some comparisons in jet mode, besides the three you guys saw at the beginning, here we have Cybertron Starscream, or a Cybertron Starscream. I don't have the back horns, but you know, I've had that since I was a child. And yeah, there you go. He's pretty big. There you go. Here he is next to original Armada Powerlinks Hotshot, to give you a sense of size. And hopefully we get a selects version of Legacy Hotshot in these colors, because that would be amazing. Take him out. Here we have Energon G1 Decoed Starscream. There you go. Here we have Velocitron Legacy Cybertron Override. There you go. Again, both are Voyagers, so a very good size on both. Alright, and for the next comparison, here he is next to Takara Legends Super Powerlink Starscream, or just Thundercracker. And I'm really hoping we get a selects, like a bunch of selects colors on this Armada. So we get Thundercracker, Skywarp, Ramjet, shit, I don't know who else. Just a bunch of other, just more Seekers like they did with the Earthrise. So that'll be interesting to see. And then for the comparison I know everyone wants to see, here he is next to Thrilling 30's Armada Starscream, next to the Legacy. And yeah, it's like night and day color wise, and I know the Takara Legends version is this color, but these are just comparing two Hasbro products, so like amazing. I know one's going for a bit of the IDW stylization and one's more going to the Armada cartoon, and I love both figures still. I actually can now put him on my IDW shelf now, which is good. But as you can see, he's more of the nice red and the gray, while he's the light gray and the white, but kind of like an orange. I don't know, that's just me, but it looks really good. Both are good. As I later in the video, he does take cues from that guy, so the way he transforms, the back, it was like they took the inspiration from the TF30 and put it into Legacy, which is really cool to see. Now, speaking of what's not cool to see, is the accessories. He does come with the wing sword, and I know people are upset that the wing actually doesn't become the sword like the original toy. However, for me, I never liked that gimmick, so I'm glad they gave us a separate sword, but it doesn't store anywhere, unlike the TF30, which I think he has a sword still on him. Yes, they have the wing storage underneath, and a part of me wishes they kept that, so like give us one still, but like put it underneath somewhere. I mean, I know we could put it underneath technically, but it's a bit weird. Yeah. Like, there's no really good place to put it. Oh, and I guess another negative thing is he doesn't have minicon port on him, as the TF30 has the minicon ports. He doesn't even have like a small one, or none on his arms, which sucks because Override has her key function, and as we saw, Legacy Hotshot has the minicon port. So it sucks in my opinion that it doesn't, since I have the Swindle minicon. But I mean, he's still gonna go with him. It's just there's no easy way to put him on him. Yeah, I don't have the Star Saber on me. I'll show it off later in the video. It's on Hotshot right now, and I can do that for robot mode comparisons. But yes, he does come with the Star Saber, and I'll show that off later when we get to the robot mode comparisons. But I think that's about it. Let's get to transformation. And here we have him in robot mode. Yeah, I'm just geeking out on how he looks. He looks just straight from the Armada cartoon, looks just straight from my childhood. Yeah, he just looks amazing. And it's no bias. I do have some complaints, at least on my copy of the figure. But he is from Singapore, so figure is probably not. It's the early releases, you know, from the Asian markets and stuff like that. So hopefully it's not on everybody's copy, but I'll get to that later. The painting and sculpting on the figure is amazing. Let me bring him in here real quick. Let me get a close up. Get that close up real quick. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Just amazing. The eyes, the yellow, the way the blue goes. And I know people are like questioning why aren't the legs the gray. And personally, I think it would have been too much gray in robot mode, but I do understand that it's not fully cartoon accurate since he has just solid black legs and not the gray. The wings and the back. Let me flip him around real quick. There we go. Just a nice overall clean design. They even got little nice gap fillers right there. And overall, really good design. From looking at him, I guess we can move into articulation real quick before anything else. You would think he wouldn't have a waist swivel, but he does. Let me zoom out real quick. He does. Dude can do a waist movement. That's amazing. Something that TF30 did not have. His wings are on a mushroom peg. His arms can move all the way out, especially at the shoulder joint. You can get 90-degree elbow at the bend or more due to transformation. Wrists move up and down, but not really because of the little gap filler right there for transformation. Bicep swivel on a mushroom pig. Head is on a ball joint. Yep, on a ball joint. You can see it right. Sorry about that. Kind of see it. It's on a ball joint. It can look up all the way, not down so much. Like I said, the waist, do the full splits. Knee, it can do 90 and a little more, even with the little filler. Ankle pivots, and can even do ankle rocker front and back, just to do the transformation. All right. No wrist swivel. I don't think so. Yeah. No wrist swivel. Cannons, like I showed earlier, boom, pop out. That's amazing. That is awesome. And then also, what they did is you can, if you don't like that, just take this and move it down, and then there you go. You have that nice IDW style look. Alright, and to show off the Star Saber, here it is. Let me bring that in real quick. People are mad how small it is, but I mean, look at the detail. You can tell all 3 minicons are in there. And even in the show, it doesn't even look like they're minicons. It just looks like a sword. And I mean, it's a pretty big sword. I think it's the size of his wing sword. So in person, it is much bigger than what people are calling it out to be. I mean, on Starscream, it is pretty small. I do give it that. It's pretty small on himself. Alright, but if you were to give it to like Hotshot, or like what I do right now, I give it to the Selects Hotshot, and it looks much better in his hand. Alright, and I think Mark Clonus over on Instagram, the designer for Legacy, he even posted it with Armada Hotshot, the new one, and it looks pretty good. Yeah, see. So right now he's holding it for me until I can get the new Hotshot, but yeah, that looks really good. Yeah. My complaints about the figure, my copies, I want to say left arm is kind of loose. Like, I'll show you guys here real quick. It just, now it doesn't want to act up. Oh, yeah, see, it's kind of loose right here. It's not loose, but it's like at the mushroom peg. I just need to like tighten it, that's all. Other than that, the quality on this figure is amazing. Probably one of the best Voyagers to come out of Legacy Year 1. Alright, and before we move into size comparisons, I want to make a quick little note about his plastic quality. There is a video going around, obviously, saying how he feels cheap, he feels like a KO. And I'm here to tell you, and a bunch of other people I know who have him, he is not. He is probably one of the best Voyagers to come out of Legacy Year 1. Obviously not topping Jyaxus, but he is up there, and the terms of quality is the same across the board of Legacy. Like, he feels great. And for comparison, not a fair comparison, but a good comparison, is Override. She's a bit heavier because the way she is and the subline for Walmart, but the way the plastic feels, it feels the same. They literally feel like the same plastic. And I mentioned it in my Skids video, which was my first Legacy figure to handle. The plastic seems so much better than the War for Cybertron trilogy figures, and I am not the only one who thinks that. There's a bunch of people who back me up at that. It's an amazing figure. Now, yeah, obviously the figure itself has to have some problems and some issues, but the plastic quality is so much better than previous Armada Starscreams we have, and we can't compare it to the original figure because the original figure was made over almost 20 years ago, and it has electronics, it's a brick, you know, so that's not a fair comparison. And so yeah, we're going to move on to some size comparisons. Alright, and starting off size comparisons, here he is too, Thrilling 30s Deluxe class, Armada Starscream. If you can stand up, that would be great. There you go. So tiny. Like, in person it doesn't look that tiny, but on camera it's making it seem like he's pretty small. Here he is next to, just for another quick comparison, the Thundercracker color one. There you go. Here he is next to the Cybertron Starscream mold. Oof, big boy. The Voyagers have gone down in sizes, but at least the quality of the figure is still good. Obviously, this guy has electronics and stuff, so he's heavy. Here he is next to, again, Energon Starscream. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. All right, Energon Starscream in the G1 colors, just because it's a bit closer comparison. All right. Here he is next to the original Hotshot. There's going to be a lot of original Armada figures in this video. That's adorable. I think that's around the same scale as the new Legacy Hotshot as well. So just proportionally it will match a bit better. So that'll be cool. I'm excited to see what Armada, Optimus, and Megatron look like. Speaking of Armada Megatron, let me get him out real quick. Oof, here we go. Bam. He is big. Okay, I didn't realize that. There he is next to the original Armada Megatron figure. And I guess just for a group shot real quick, let me get all of them in here. Cyclonus. But yeah, once I heard they were making Chug versions of these figures, I kind of stopped chasing down the originals. Because I may just end up getting the Fans Hobby Tidal Wave, because I think that will scale better with Chug. Well, yeah, there's the team so far, and I think that looks pretty good. Sorry about Megatron right there, but yeah, it's very good. Happy to see what the Chug versions of these figures will look like. Alright, and for another comparison, here he is next to Earthrise Starscream. And I like how everyone's making comparisons between these two, but in my opinion, you can't, because they're going for two different things, right? One's going for the G1 aesthetic, one's going for Armada, and I am biased towards Armada, but doesn't make both figures perfect, but it doesn't make both figures bad. Both have their flaws, both have their pros, you know? So, I'm not saying it's like, you can't compare them in plastic quality, because you can. Legacy Armada Starscream feels slightly better than the Starscream, since this is just the normal Earthrise release and not the 86 one. And so yeah, I think both are good for what they are. They're both Starscream, they both look like Starscream, and so yeah. Moving on to some more comparisons. Here we go. Alright, and for some rapid fire comparisons real quick with recent Legacy figures, here he is next to Legacy Deaden. Alright, here he is next to Legacy Minerva. Again, all the same type of plastic. They feel very great. Not great, but like, you know, better than the War for Cybertron trilogy at least. Here he is next to his wave mate again, Point Blank. There you go. Here he is next to, sorry about that, Orion Pax. His leg's a little off because I got the wrong shin piece, but it's taken care of. It's on the way. There you go. And for last three comparisons, again, bring in Hotshot for the size. And then here he is next to, right at the moment, the only Chug Unicron Trilogy Optimus, which is the Galaxy Force Optimus Prime, which right now on my display I am mixing Cybertron and Armada with a little bit of Energon to give that overall Chug feel, and it looks just really good. I like how that looks. I'm really hoping the Armada Prime doesn't look too bad, so I don't have to go Fans Hobby, but I still will pick up the Fans Hobby mold eventually. And for one last little comparison I wanted to make, and it's the figure I'm really hoping they make out of this Legacy Armada Starscream, is Ramjet. This is the BotCon version, but I have the Universe one as well. But yeah, I really hope they can make that deco on that figure, give us that nice Ramjet head, and just really milk the mold for what it can do. So yeah, that's seems about it for the comparisons. We're going to move on to some final thoughts. Alright, and for some final thoughts, I think he's a very good figure. Obviously, not perfect. He has flaws. Like I said, mine has some QC issue with the arm, and there are some QC issues with the ankles. But other than that, the plastic, it feels great, as do all these Legacy figures. I'm noticing a lot more fans be a little bit more picky, getting a little spoiled for some reason. Like, if you don't like the figure, don't buy it. There's nothing making you buy these figures. And if you say, oh, why is it this, or why is it this much, prices are going to go up. Things are always going to go up. Doesn't mean the quality of the figure is bad. I know sometimes people like to look at the price and reflect it on the quality of the figure, but it's not the case sometimes. Like Starscream, he's a normal Voyager, but I think he surpasses the normal Voyager. I mean, he's not up there with Jiaxis or Tarn, but he's up higher than the Earthrise Seekers and Siege Seekers. Like, he's a very good Voyager figure. I think he looks great. As you see, there's a bunch of Starscreams in front of you. They all look like Starscream, and I'm really happy we're getting Armada figures and even Cybertron figures. It's kind of going to be interesting to see if they do Energon, because I don't think they can beat Energon's aesthetic, especially with the Energon stars and stuff like that. But as an Armada fan who grew up with it, who always wanted an updated figures of these characters, I'm happy. I can't wait. I'm all in for it. Some kind of bit of housekeeping. I am changing up my YouTube a bit, so I'm going to do a couple more reviews, and then I want to stop with the reviews just for a little bit. Move on to some discussion videos. Some videos I really wanted to make, especially about certain shows and my opinions on them. I'll be posting some future project updates, some clips from the Golden Disc podcast, which will be in links below. And yeah, so if you want to see more of like my photography, or just keep up to date what I'm doing right now, my Twitter and Instagram will be in the link below. Again, don't forget to join the Discord server below as well. I'm active there pretty much all the time. And yeah, shout out to Hell King Crimson. He just started a YouTube channel. That will be in the description below as well, and his Twitter will be in the description as well. Yeah, so I hope everyone has a good day. Again, we are all fans of Transformers. We don't need to keep fighting on, oh, this figure's better or this figure's better. Just enjoy what you enjoy, and I hope everyone can have a good Thanksgiving holiday coming up.